I'm sorry, guys. This fragrance is strictly for the grown and sexy. Strictly for the grown and sexy. I'm saying, let's check it out. I got some heat on this list. What's good, YouTube? I'm the BowTie Fragrance Guy, man. On this channel, obviously I talk about fragrances, but I like to throw in some style and grooming tips as well. You are doing yourself a great disservice every day if your goal is to smell good, but you aren't really focusing on the other aspects of your overall appearance and aesthetic. So that's why I like to throw in some style and grooming tips. So if you're into that, make sure you hit subscribe, man. Don't forget to enable notifications by hitting the bell icon as well. So anytime a new video gets uploaded on this channel, you guys get notified. You'll see the title of today's video, man. We're talking about strictly fragrances for the grown and sexy. Now, there is a difference, man. Like Blue Talisman and Imagination from Louis Vuitton, great fragrances, great at getting compliments and starting conversations, but there is a difference between those fragrances and the one I want to talk about today. These are strictly for the grown and sexy. We're not playing no games with this list, man. We're taking the gloves off. We're coming out swinging. So if you want to see what's on this list, which I'm just telling you now, you do, you're going to want to see what I have on this list. Then you know the routine. Keep it locked right here. I'll be right back.
The BowTie Fragrance Guy.
All right, guys, we are back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. We're going to jump right into the video really quickly. If you don't have my ebook, The Gentleman's Blueprint, get it. What are you waiting for? It's $9.99, man. Support me and support the channel. If you want to find out more about some tips and some things that I feel are really essential for any guy in this modern day society to really represent themselves as a gentleman, make sure you click on the link and get your copy of the ebook, The Gentleman's Blueprint. All right, guys, so this first fragrance, and you're going to know immediately coming off the top when I talk about this first fragrance that there's a difference between those type of mass appealing compliment getters and these sexy grown man fragrances that I want to talk about today. This is the epitome of it. This first fragrance that I want to talk about from the brand of Parfums, Musk Aud. Oh my gosh, man. Rose, musk, leather, birch, oak moss, vanilla, and patchouli. My gosh. And guys, when this fragrance, oh my God, listen. if there was an actual word, sexy fragrance, in the dictionary, this would be the picture for it. Musk Aud. This thing is, seriously, it defies words when you talk about how sexy this fragrance is, but it is only for the grown and sexy. Only for the grown and sexy. Like, this is not a fragrance that is playful or anything like that. This is very, 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 very grown, sexy, and suggestive. Again, musk is one of those notes that just kind of exudes sex appeal. And there's a lot of musk in this fragrance, but what makes it so sexy is those other just so masculine and sweet elements that you have that kind of mixes with that musk that makes this fragrance dynamite when you talk about this type of category. Just a sexy fragrance. Again, you have birch in there, you have oak moss, so again, it's very masculine, a little bit smoky, but then you have those sweeter notes in here as well, like the tonka and vanilla, that just sweetens it up enough to really balance all those notes out. And what you are left with is one of the, seriously, one of the sexiest fragrances ever created. If you want to talk about sexy, you gotta mention this fragrance from the brand of Parfums, Musk Aud. Do yourself a favor and check it out. All right, guys, this next fragrance comes from the brand of Kilian, and it's really hard to do a list like this. We talk about sexy fragrances and not have something from Kilian on the list. But this one, Animalic Honey, this is Back to Black. Back to Black, honey, tobacco, tonka bean, amber, and nutmeg are some of the main notes. And this fragrance is all about honey. All about honey. And again, honey is a very sensual note as well. Musk is very sensual, but honey is almost as sensual to me when it's done in fragrances. And again, there's a darkness to this fragrance, Back to Black. That's why I think it's such an appropriate name. It's so aptly named because you have the honey here, but you have these very, very dark elements, very rich, again, notes that give us a very animalic touch here. This is different from honey that I smell in a lot of fragrances. This is not playful. This is pure sexiness in a bottle. So if you have not checked this one out yet, do yourself a favor, but you do have to be a fan of honey to appreciate and enjoy this fragrance. But if you are, this is the sexiest honey fragrance on the planet. From the brand of by Kilian, check out Back to Black. All right, guys, this next fragrance, look, I always talk about this. This is one of those fragrances if you want to go a little bit more one of those on the sweeter side of things, which can be very, very sensual and seductive. I think this fragrance really, really fits the bill. It's from the house of Destin, and this one is called 5 Senses. 5 Senses. This stuff is fantastic, guys. This is apricot, tobacco, benzoin, and cardamom as some of the main notes. This is really good. Guys, the apricot in this fragrance is the main note. And really quickly, shout out to Maxaroma for sending me this fragrance and for sponsoring today's video. But the apricot is the star player in this fragrance. Apricot to me is almost does in fragrances give a similar feel to it as what fig does. Apricot is really, really creamy. It's kind of this, it's kind of a lactonic, milky element to this particular fruit, but it is just really, really sexy. It exudes sex appeal. And you have that here in abundance in this fragrance, man. Just check out these bottles. I really sincerely enjoy the bottle presentation on these fragrances. Again, but yeah, that apricot really is the star player here. And when it dries down, you get the spicy cardamom and patchouli combination. This stuff is really, really sexy and really, really seductive. So guys, if you have not checked this one out yet, oh man, this is the apricot in here, man. This is, oh my gosh. If you have not checked it out yet, I'll make sure I'll have a link down below where you can check this fragrance out or any fragrance from the house of Destin. But guys, this fragrance is really, really sexy. Check it out. This one is called 5 Senses. Check it out. All right, guys, this next fragrance is one I talked about a while ago. I haven't talked about it in a little while. I'm happy to be talking about it again. This fragrance really needs no introduction on my channel. I did a full video and review on this one some time ago. From the Harmonious, Hypnotizing Fire. The name says it all. The name says it all. You have this pimento allspice up top with rose, patchouli, and a papanax. Man, whew. All right, so that allspice, nutmeg, cinnamon, cloves. Very, very spicy up top combined with the rose. When it starts to dry down, of course, it gets smoky. That's why I listed a papanax as one of the main notes. But this stuff is just next level good, man. Next level good. God, of course, you guys have been following me for a while, know how much I love patchouli. This makes the scent profile even sexier. Again, it's all in the name. The bottle's sexy. The name of the fragrance is sexy. The fragrance is sexy. So check it out, man. Grown is sexy for sure. From the brand of the Harmonious, Hypnotizing Fire. Do yourself a favor and check it out. Next up on the list, the name says it all, from the brand of Frederic Malle. This is a different kind of sexy. This is really, really grown man, sophisticated sexiness in a bottle. This one is called French Lover. French Lover, yes, yes, yes. Galbanum, violet leaves, angelica, vetiver, and oak moss. Again, can you just say masculine sexiness in a bottle? Masculine sexiness in a bottle. It's green, it is earthy, and it is woody. Amazing fragrance, amazing scent profile. If you have not put your nose on this, again, this is not really for guys that are 20, 21 years old. This may not be, because, you know, obviously there could be someone that is that age that likes this. I'm just saying, on average, folks that are that age are probably not going to gravitate to this kind of scent profile. It's not sweet in any way. It's not playful. They could probably get away with, they're probably like 5 senses that I just talked about because it has a sweet kind of fruity element to it. But this right here is just pure masculine, woody, earthy green. Again, it doesn't really appeal, in my experience, to a lot of the younger crowd, but the grown and sexy, for sure. So do yourself a favor and check it out. From the brand of Freddie Malle. Again, this one is called French Lover. This next fragrance, man, comes from the brand of Fragrance Du Bois. And this one is called Sarah. Oh, man. Unfair. Unfair. Rose, black pepper, patchouli, amber, and oud. Initially up top, you get a spicy rose. The black pepper and rose are what I get most straight out of the bottle. So you get a very spicy rose, almost akin to what I smell in Narcissi from the Spirit of Dubai. I kind of get a similar vibe up top because it's a spicy rose thing going on here. And then when it starts to dry down, man, when you start to get those ambery touches that come into play with this fragrance. I got mine from, I think I got it from FragranceNet at a pretty good deal. I know it's still probably very expensive to some people, even for what I got it on FragranceNet, but to me, it is well worth it. This is my favorite fragrance from Fragrance Du Bois now, and that's really saying something because there are quite a few fragrances from that brand that I really do like a lot, but this is my number one now. This is just where I am now on my fragrance journey, everything I want in a fragrance. It's creative, it's quality ingredients, it's unique, it is well done, it is sexy. It's grown and sexy, and that's what I tend to gravitate towards now. So just do yourself a favor and check it out, man. From the brand of Fragrance Du Bois. Again, this one is called Sarah. It is next level good. This next fragrance comes from the brand of Tom Ford. This is freaking fabulous. No, I'm not saying that word because you can get demonetized saying stuff like that. But freaking fabulous, you can read from Tom Ford. This is just a sexy fragrance. It's lavender, almond, leather, tonka, amber. Sexy fragrance. Really, really sexy fragrance. Again, only as Tom Ford can do it, man. Very, very creative scent profile. This is one of those fragrances that I haven't, when I first smelled this, especially when it first came out, I had not really smelled anything like it. Such a unique pairing of notes. It's sweet because you have that vanilla and tonka bean, and you get an abundance of that in this fragrance, but then you have leather and almond. You know, so again, very unique scent profile, but all together, it comes to be a very grown and sexy, sophisticated kind of scent profile. Really, really good, man. Do yourself a favor and check it out. You can still find bottles of this stuff. You can read the name, but for the sake of this video, Tom Ford, freaking fabulous. You thank me later. All right, guys, another fragrance, the next fragrance on this list, another one where the name is sexy. The fragrance is sexy. The bottle is sexy. From the brand of Navitus, this is Pardon. Pardon from Navitus. Super sexy fragrance. You got magnolia, dark chocolate, tonka bean, cinnamon, and sandalwood. Whew. Wow. Guys, this is an extrait de Parfum concentration. It's only 30 ml, but I do think that they are reasonably priced fragrances from this brand, but they do some, if you never checked out the fragrances from the brand of Navitus, they do some very, very high quality fragrances that last. Quality, high fragrances as far as the quality of them that are going to last. And again, in my opinion, all the fragrances from this brand that I've smelled so far, we talk about grown and sexy, this one definitely is the fragrance that comes to mind for me from this brand. I mean, look at the juice color. Again, just grown, man, sophisticated and sexy fragrance. Again, that combination of the sandalwood tonka in this fragrance with that magnolia and dark chocolate, this absolutely blows me away every time I put my nose to this. So check it out from the brand of Navitus. This is Pardon. All right, guys, next up on this list of fragrance on my channel, it needs no introduction. I'm not even gonna spend a lot of time on this. You know how I feel about it, and it's definitely grown and sexy. Everything about it, another one, even the name, Oud Satin Mood from MFK. Oud Satin Mood. Rose, violet, oud, and vanilla are the main notes. There are several varieties of rose in here. Turkish rose, Bulgarian rose in this as well. Obviously, you're gonna have oud, and that violet gives a nice powdery nuance to the fragrance that kind of envelops and ties the oud and the rose together. Magnificent stuff. I always get compliments on this fragrance, and I always wear this in a more intimate or sexy kind of environment. Definitely has grown and sexy written all over it, from the brand of Mason Francis Kirkjohn. Check out Oud Satin Mood. And last but not least, just like the brand of Tom Ford, like the brand of Kilian, when I talk about sexy fragrances, this is a brand that does sexy well. This is from the brand of Mind Games, and this one is French Defense. This is cherry, rose, amber, and violet leaves, but to me, this is all about that dark, sensual note of black. It's actually black cherry. So again, very, very sensual, very, very, very seductive fragrance. Love the way it is done here. This is definitely a masculine cherry fragrance. Really the primary two players here are cherry and amber. That's really, well, black cherry and amber. That is primarily what you're gonna get with this fragrance, and it is ultra, ultra sexy and seductive. So check it out from the brand of Mind Games. This is French Defense. But that is it, guys. That is my time. I hope you enjoyed this video today, as I gave you 10 fragrances that are only for grown and sexy. As always, I sincerely appreciate your time and attention to these videos. You don't have to watch, but you do, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now, don't forget, guys, to take a few moments to like, comment, and subscribe. Please make sure you're sharing these videos out to some other folks out there that you think could use the information or find it entertaining. Because I'm your guy, Darren. I'm the BowTie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell absolutely fantastic. So until next time, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.